A quick PSA video to end the day. What are the causes of sleepwalking? Why are you struggling with it? How can you, alleviate? How can you combat it? That's what I'm just going to, answer in this video very, very briefly. Sorry, let me move my hair out of my face. That was that was not intentional. So if you are having trouble with sleepwalking, it is not an issue with your brain. It is not an issue with your body. It is not an issue with your legs. It's not even an issue with your sleep. No, if you're having trouble sleepwalking, it is actually an issue with your balls. It is a testicular problem, ultimately. Now, I could go into further detail about how to, why it causes that or how to alleviate it, but I find the balls, I find that the balls is like kind of a derogatory term. Not derogatory. It's kind of a, it's kind of like a not disparaging. It's kind of like a funny, silly term, and I kind of meant it funny the first time I said balls in the video, but I think when I kind of kept going it from there, it's because I didn't really. I mean, I've had this is like my 15th take because I've been having struggles enunciating the words properly, and I think that's why I've frequented to the word balls, although I don't think it's the proper word to be using in this medical context. So, anyways, the reason I didn't go into more details about how to what to do from here if you're sleepwalking, how to fix your balls, is because I think the balls are a very intimate, personal part of the body, and I should be using a better term than balls. The testicles. No, I don't want to say testicles though. I'll say the ball sack. No, it's not. Well, it's particularly the testicles. It's not the sack itself. I'll just use the word. I'll just keep going with balls. It worked for the first half of this video. It'll work for the rest of the video. So anyways, the reason I don't want to go into more about details about the balls is because I find them very inappropriate and I find them very private. And so I don't want to go into more details about that. And so yeah, that's just the PSA. The PSA is if you're having trouble sleepwalking, it has to do with your balls. The reason I know this is not because I struggle with sleepwalking. I've never actually had any issues. Sleepwalking, I don't have any issues with my balls. Of course, my balls are totally fine. I don't have any ball issues. The reason I knew this about sleepwalking is for one, I'm very informed at a lot of different topics, but I've also had individual acquaintances, friends in my life who have had struggles with sleepwalking and therefore also struggles with their balls, and they've been able to relay these in totally normal conversations, not weird conversations about balls, in totally straightforward, normal, formal conversations, not inappropriate conversations, not strange conversations. These are totally normal conversations between me and multiple friends about balls, and there was no weird implications about us discussing that because we were mature adults. So anyways, because of these multiple conversations, I have become aware of this link between balls and sleepwalking. It is not, of course, because I have issues with my balls. It is not because I have issues sleepwalking. I think now a lot of people might be watching this and thinking that I am not being straightforward, that I'm merely created this as an excuse because I find it, I find it embarrassing to talk about my own balls. And if I've had issues, I would want to, elaborate further into that. That's not, I could understand that perspective. That couldn't be further from the truth though, because again, I am not going into more detail about the friends because it's a very private information for them too. I don't want to go into more detail and expose them. So that's why I'm not going into more detail about them, but I could, if I needed to, necessarily, I could say who the friends are. And then you would know that it's not me who's having the issue with my balls, but rather my friends. And so then you would know that I'm not the person who was having issues with their balls. And so then you would know that I have a perfectly legitimate reason to know about this connection. So anyways, I just wanted to end this video. Yeah, so I don't have any issues with my balls. I guess I should also say, I don't really know no. If you're a woman and you have these issues, it's because you're making it up for attention, or you're transgender. Those are the only two legitimate reasons. So it's definitely the balls. There are no other things that cause that. So anyways, that's gonna be my sign off for the video. Bye bye.